What's up guys, Percy here and welcome back to a new Blue Protocol related video. Today I will give a short summary of the important infos from the latest Blue Protocol video, and then I'm gonna go through the most frequently asked questions in Reddit, Discord and in the comments. While I go through this stuff, you will be able to see in the background me doing some quests and explorations. At some point I found a kobold camp and spotted a golden chest, but then yeah, you will see why some parts of the map were hard to clear solo during the closed alpha test. Now, without any further delay, let's start with the important infos from the recently uploaded Blue Protocol video. First of all, the next beta test will be in mid or at the end of March this year and will last for about 4 days. You can apply for the beta starting from the 12th of February, so in 4 days, and the application phase ends at 4th of March. 50,000 players will get access to the next beta test. Just to compare it with the last alpha test, 5 million accounts applied for the last alpha test and only 10,000 players were chosen. There won't be any NDA for the next closed beta test, which means you are allowed to stream and upload videos of the beta content. IP block wasn't mentioned, but the previous test wasn't region blocked, so I would assume that they didn't change it. During the stream, they also confirmed a new type of soul, which is the Mount Soul. So apart from the combat souls and equipment souls called Imagine, you will also get the new type of Mount Imagines, which are souls which you can use as a mount. It was also mentioned that they want to do some developer live stream on YouTube, but there's no ETO for that yet. Last but not least, a new story trailer was shown, which I will link down below in the video description. Now, let's move on to the most frequently asked questions. First one, do we have a release date for EUNA? No. And there was also no info about it during the yesterday's video premiere, but I also want to make clear that we shouldn't expect any news regarding that before they actually release the game in Japan. Is there a Trinity system in Blue Protocol? Blue Protocol doesn't have the usual tank, healer and DPS role. All the classes in Blue Protocol had a self-heal or a party heal. None of the classes had a taunt, but Aegis and Twin Striker had skills which increased their aggro, and Spellcaster and Blast Archer had skills which reduced their aggro. Will this game be free to play or buy to play? According to an interview from September last year, they will most likely go for a free to play version with an item shop, which will include costume related items. But to sustain such a game, they might also add a season pass system. What are those monsters that players can summon? Those are combat souls or Imagine, which can be dropped from normal mobs and boss monsters. Depending on the rarity of the soul, it can increase 2 to 3 different stats, and if you equip it, it can also provide you with an active skill. You can equip up to 2 combat souls. Can the World Boss also drop a combat souls or Imagine? To be honest, I don't know. I wasn't even lucky enough to get a boss soul during the alpha test, but it might be a really rare drop. Question number 6, will speech bubbles appear if you write in the chat? Yes. The chat system is pretty similar to Kakao Talk or Line, which are popular platforms in Japan. Which class is the strongest class? Oh dear, this question. Anyway, Spellcaster did in the alpha test more damage than the other classes, but keep in mind damage and balance can and will most likely change during the next few tests. Will they add more classes? And here again, according to the interview made in September last year, they don't plan to add more class anytime soon. Instead, they will focus on adding modifications which will allow the same class to grow in different directions by choosing different skills. The next question is, how many skills can be slotted in the hotbar? You could slot up to 10 skills, including soul skills and right mouse button and left mouse button skills. Question number 10, does XP carries over if you switch the class? As you know, you can change your class on the same character, but each class had their own leveling progression. Which means you could start playing as an Aegis fighter, and let's say once you reach level 11, you decide to check out Spellcaster. All you need to do is go to the class change NPC in the city and change to Spellcaster and level it up from level 1. And of course, you can always go back to the same NPC and swap back to your level 11 Aegis fighter. Does this game have channels? Yes, each zone has a player limit, and once it's reached, a new channel will be created. Party leaders can summon the party members to their channel, and different zones have different max player limits per channel. You can't see the number of the channel you are currently in because Blue Protocol has a mega server instead of small multiple servers. So there might be an incredible amount of channels on the mega server. So that's why we don't have a channel number list. That means everyone will play on the same server. Is Blue Protocol an open world MMORPG? This is definitely one of the most frequently asked questions. Blue Protocol has zones, and if you want to enter a new zone, there will be a loading screen, but during the entire alpha, it really felt like an open world MMORPG to me, especially because the zones were pretty huge, and you could also encounter other players in the zone even if they were not in your party. Can you swim in Blue Protocol? Yes, you can. Will there be PvP in Blue Protocol? According to the data mined information and based on the interview, it is safe to assume that we will have PvP in Blue Protocol. We will most likely have different PvP modes to choose from. Will there be guilds in Blue Protocol? Yes, guild-related files could be already found in the alpha client. Is the game region locked and do I need to use a VPN? No. And for the upcoming 4 days of beta tests, I would recommend to try to play the game without any VPNs. The closer you live to the game servers, the less issues you should have if you don't use a VPN. If you are one of the lucky ones and play the game without a VPN and encounter any connection or ping related issues, then try using a VPN. Last but not least, how can I join the next beta? Once they open the registration on the website, you can make an account and apply for the beta. After that, you have to wait and hope that you are one of the chosen one. But I will most likely make a how-to video once we can apply for the next beta test. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to check out the English Blue Protocol database website for more information. And if you want to read the fully translated interview, check out the announcement channel in the Blue Protocol database Discord and scroll up a little bit because the interview was translated last year around September. So until the next video, bye bye, see ya, your Tea Party Percy.
Yeah. In the clothes, you can just wear what you want to wear.
That's nice. This rolls 2 times already. That's nice.
Do you have any resource monitor or something? Check your RAM and CPU, GPU, stuff like that.
Yeah, my oh. I don't see why. The broadcasting in 4 gigabytes. It happened twice. When I switched from Exitlag to VPN.
Do you switch mid? You switch the VPNs during the game, like while you were in the game?
No.
I assume it will take more because NordVPN is a full VPN again.
Like 20 minutes trying to kill this thing.
Someone named I need healing in my pop.
What compass? Are you in the area?
Uh-oh, I'm gonna die soon.
I still haven't made. Oh.
Oh, The other side.
The mining, you know, where to find the mining for the
Nope.
gathering.
I just find randomly. This is like set location, so.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I could have practiced this in like 10 times. I thought I was gonna have the one under it. That